Hey there, Yogi. Got a special meditation practice here for you today. I'd like you to go ahead and get started into a one-pointed focus, drawing your attention and your vision into one point on the floor, about a foot in front of you. Centering our focus into one point visually allows us to withdraw away from the lasting effects of thoughts that have been running through our mind throughout the day. They say if the eyes wander, the mind will wander. So choose to visualize one point out in front of you. And whenever the eyes try to gaze away from that point, simply choose to refocus on that singular point. Start noticing your breath. Take deeper inhales and press out far longer exhales. Notice that the ends of your exhales create the beginnings of your inhales, and the ends of your inhales create the beginnings of your exhales. This gives us a continuous loop of one thing to focus on that can be felt internally. And now that we've used an external source to help us focus, we will now use an internal source. So close your eyes and simply notice the continuous loop of breath. If any other thoughts pop up, tell yourself, ooh, I got mixed up in something else. That's okay. I'm going to choose now to refocus on the breath. Where in the body do you feel breath being most prevalent? Center in on that one point that you feel breath is most apparent in, and notice that each breath slowly changes this space. Inhales, as they deepen, tend to push out against soreness in muscles. Exhales in these spaces tend to actively reduce this soreness. As the exhales get longer, you will notice that you will have to pull in certain spaces in the body more so. Focus on expanding these points with the following inhales. A few more breaths on your own using this simple noticing technique. Now imagine the person in your life that you love the most. This person may still be with us, or it may be a person that has passed on. Who is it most easily for you to love? Who do you wish to give love to the most often? Imagine this person in front of you. and that any love that you have that can be felt inside of you is now pouring out through a direct beam from your heart space into theirs. As this warm, bright light pours into their heart space, they take a deep inhale, feeling it fill up their heart, and as they exhale, a gentle sigh of relief, a smile crawls across their face. They are so delighted to be able to take part in your joy, your happiness, and your love. And now search a little bit deeper into their heart. And notice that no matter how much love you pour into their heart, there still seems to be black spaces. There still seems to be this tar-like residue somewhere in their heart. This is their pain. This is their sorrow. This is their trauma. This is their baggage. Feel compassion, understanding of their emotion for this blackness. Feel the weight it has on you, imagining what they could have possibly gone through to collect this. And ask yourself, do you have any desire to take away this pain from them? So do so. Imagine now that you are sipping in a black light pouring from their heart space into yours. It's not easy. It's heavy on you for a moment. But then you begin to notice that the spaces that were black in their heart are suddenly illuminating, suddenly filling up with even more of the love that they naturally have, and you're supplementing it with that bright white light that you're pouring into them. So let your desire grow and decide, I am strong enough. I am willing to take on all of their darkness, all of their pain, all of their shadows, because I do not want them to have it any longer. I can take it all in, and I'll deal with this. They deserve a moment of pure ecstasy, of pure bliss, and I want to help them find it. So as you notice the last little bits of blackness from their heart leaving and going into you, begin to churn it like butter. Turn it around in the white light that you are generating in your heart. For love always crushes darkness. And turn this darkness now into more white light. Notice it feels good to take away someone else's pain and to turn it into something wonderful. And use it as fuel to further ignite your white light pouring into theirs. So you now both have pure white light streaming between the two of you, rising up from the heart space through an open throat chakra into the mind, creating beautiful, wonderful thoughts, and allowing the third eye to open so that it pours out happy chemicals throughout every cell of the body. So it sends delicious, tingling, electric buzzes through the nervous system. And outside of these chemicals and these buzzes is simply your aura. The spiritual energy that is non-physical is now blasting out throughout the entire universe, pouring through every one of your cells, far out beyond the two of you. When one candle lights another, the first candle does not diminish in any way. It is simply more illuminated by the second candle, and the second candle is more illuminated by the first. You are now two perfect, bright burning, white candles. And decide here you'd like to light someone else's candle, because it felt so good to light that first candle. Now envision someone that you like, a friend, someone you met recently, a distant family member, or maybe someone you haven't met yet, someone who inspires you, someone who has taught you something, and decide, I want to shoot some heart beams right at them, and do so. Shoot your light energy beam evenly distributed from the person you love and to the person that you like. Focus now just on the person you like. It might take just a little bit more of your white light energy to light up their fuse. So concentrate harder. They may not be as close to you, so you're going to have to put in a little more effort, a little more concentration into making sure that your white light pours directly into the tip of their candle wick, located in their heart space. Envision their face, radiant, shining, and happy. Allow happiness to form in you, inspired by the happiness you've created in them. And then go investigating. Where's this person's darkness? Oh my, this person seems to have a little bit more darkness. They have not received quite as much love from you as the person that you love. So, do as you did before and start pulling up all of the dark weeds that they have in their garden. Eagerly decide that you want to clear up this beautiful soil space for something greater to grow. Pull it into your heart space. Keep pulling and pulling and pulling. And this is a little heavier. This is a little darker. But it doesn't deter you, because you know what you can do with this. This manure is going to turn into bright, beautiful flowers that smell amazing. So once you collect all of this compost, place it neatly in your bed, your soil bed. Plant a seed of light in this soil bed and allow it to turn into your favorite type of flower, to produce your favorite type of fruit. And now hand this flower and this fruit to your friend, to this person that you like. And imagine it's their favorite flower. It's their favorite fruit that they haven't seen or smelled or tasted in too long. And they thank you for it. They enjoy it. And you're able to find happiness and joy in them. And suddenly, their candle wick sparks open a flame. And there are now 3 radiant candles, all illuminating each other more so than the original one candle you had inside of you. Continue your journey to someone you feel neutral about. Maybe someone you don't know and you have no feelings towards. Someone maybe you just walked by today and you don't know if they're happy or sad, but you can imagine they've got some happiness and who knows how much sadness. So you know what to do. Take the happiness you have inside of you and pour it directly into them. And notice you've now made a stranger smile. They're smiling in their eyes, It's so big. And this stranger can now be called a friend. And as you start to inquire with your new friend about their life, you realize they've got more baggage than you ever imagined. They've got a lot of dark stuff. And take the inspiration that you took from lighting up the other two candles and say, I got this. And start going after all of their baggage. Pick it all up. It's heavy, but you're strong with light positive energy. And start carrying it for them. They say, oh, I barely know you. No, you don't have to do that. And you go, don't worry about it. I got this. It's easy for me. And even though they told you you didn't have to worry about it, it still makes them happy. It still takes weight off their shoulders, and it still provides them with open hands that they can now accept your love into more easily. Take that heavy baggage, open it up, see what's inside, and believe it or not, it's white clothes. It was trapped inside of dark luggage, dark baggage. But you're now going to re-gift all of this white clothing to this new friend. And they love it. They've been wearing darker colors more recently because of something heavy that happened to them, but this new bright wardrobe suits them well. Suits them so well that they start dancing. And with this dance, a fourth candle is lit. There are now 4 candles lighting up a big area. It's a party. It's a great time. And it all started with your single flame. Inspired to get this party really going, imagine someone you don't like. Someone that once said something rude to you. Someone that has a viewpoint that you disagree with. Someone that maybe hurt someone you know. And go ahead, despite your first initial reaction, pour love into their heart. It may not be easy, but you have willpower, you have strength, you have the backing of the other 3 candles behind you. Do it. And notice that it's okay to let this person you don't like smile. Because they've been needing it. Maybe they did something that you didn't like because no one else in this world was willing to step up and provide them with some of your heartfelt energy. And suddenly, you have created an inspired being. A being inspired to change. And as they begin to work on their own change, you know what to do. Search deep for their baggage, for what they've been holding on to. And think to yourself, if there's something in them that I didn't like, maybe it's because they have more darkness in their heart than anyone else that I've worked with today. And feel compassion for this. For you do not want anyone to have this type of pain. No one deserves this. And as you search deep into their heart, you realize they have more pain in their heart than you've ever imagined. But let this inspire you more so than ever. Pick it all up. Gather it all. It is dark, rotting trees, timber, logs, and tinder. So much of it. And some of it's really heavy. But collect it. Pick it up. Start with the twigs, the tinder. Grab handfuls and handfuls and handfuls and throw it down in your heart space. Grab some bigger stems. Grab a couple of ones that are big and thick. as many as you can hold in your bundle, and toss them down in the fireplace that is your heart. Grab a couple heavy logs. They're soaked with water, dark, disgusting water that's been rotting, it's been causing all sorts of festering life forms that have been rotting away at it. Drag these heavy, water-soaked logs, even though they might be staining some of your clothing. That's okay. You don't care. You know how to wash that clothes with love energy. And stack these big heavy logs on top of the small twigs, the thicker sticks, and create a perfectly placed fire. And boom, light that fire. And notice that you've now created the biggest fire you've ever seen. When taking darkness away from someone you don't like, it creates a way bigger flame than taking it from someone that you do like. And suddenly there's a roaring bonfire in your heart. You can feel the heat rising into your face and blast it right back at them. And man, they've been cold. Maybe it's why they acted cold towards you. Warm them up. Make it to where they don't even need a blanket, they're so warm. And imagine a huge smile and a tear dropping from their face because they can't believe that someone that they once hurt is willing to love them, is willing to take on their pain and listen to their sorrows. And realize this is an incredible, powerful energy that you are consecrating here. You've taken away so much pain that it is now creating a beautiful fifth candle, lit, strong. These 5 candles are illuminating almost the whole world. And you think to yourself, what else is there I could do? Imagine someone you hate, someone that makes your blood boil, someone that hurt you deeply, someone that you have seen do harmful things to people, someone that you never imagined that you would ever be able to love, that you would ever want to make smile. And decide here and now, knowing that this is what could create the greatest energy form in the universe. Pour your love energy into their heart. I know this is not easy, but you are strong. You have the backing of 4 other candles behind you, and they are all hands on your shoulders, nodding to you, yes, this is what's right. This is what should be done. They got your back. I got your back. And we all combine as one, pouring energy through you to shoot an even stronger light beam into their heart. It's having trouble, though. It's barely making it to their face. They're only feeling neutral. So try harder. Pull more from us. We're willing to give it to you. You have become a beacon that has momentum. Pour more love into their heart. Keep giving, and keep giving until their cup is overfilled. And suddenly, a smile creeps across their face. And you think to yourself, why was this so hard? It's because they have more dark energy than you could ever imagine. They've had it rough. This may not be something that you considered, but somewhere outside of your imagination, somewhere outside of what you know, they were hurt badly. They did not get the same gifts that you did. And they may not have any candles behind them helping them to illuminate. They may be all on their own in a completely dark forest and decide that right now you're going in with the big light axe and you're going to chop down every one of these trees in this dark forest. Just start hacking away, slicing through huge timbers, watching them fall, and noticing the sun is starting to pour down into this space. Keep hacking and hacking and chopping and chopping. Collect more and more firewood. And this firewood is igniting your energies. Start going after the biggest dark trees you can imagine. And as you do so, you are seeing that a huge, blazing fire is taking over this entire forest. There's a wildfire going on that is lighting up so much in the world. It can be seen from far, far away. It's not a black smoke that is pouring from it, but a beautiful white cloud forming above it. And you suddenly realize there is a bright, beautiful smile on their face. And then the last thing you imagined is suddenly happening. You're able to smile. You're able to find happiness in someone you once hated's happiness. And the two of you together have now created a sixth candle. How amazing. How remarkable. And these combinations of light are being seen throughout the entire world. Being seen outside of the world in the universe. The world's aura is growing from you, outside of you, and pouring out through the multiverse, shining through the web of multiple verses, reflecting like dewdrops in a spider's web, all back onto each other. Smile, my friend, and bring your hands to your heart. You have done a wonderful deed today. It was not easy, and I congratulate you for doing so. Namaste, my friend.